lovers, tamang-tama ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong umaga. Ito po ang patungkol sa Singapore Math. Atin po yung alamin kasama si Mr. Ulysses Crisostomo, ang President ng EdPush International Inc. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Sir Crisostomo, we'd like to know, what is Singapore Math?
Well, Singapore Math is a better way to teach math. During the 80s, Singapore, the government of Singapore, decided that they have to create a better way to teach math so that their citizens would be able to be smarter in math and science. So, starting 1995, after the project was launched, they've been #1 in the world in math and science because they put a lot into it.
So it's a kind of teaching method. Paano po ito nagkaiba o pinagkaiba nito sa iba pang mga upang karaniwan na traditional way of teaching math?
Well, siguro ang unang difference would be Singapore Math heavily relies on the CPA approach, or what they call concrete, pictorial, and abstract. So ganun yung flow ng pagturo nila. Unang na ituturo yung concrete, like ito yung mga bagay na to, concrete yan.
Okay.
So,
sige,
as you
pakita
can see,
natin.
let's say this is 3 blocks. So may idea na yung bata ko na yung 3 block.
Oh,
Diba?
okay.
The next is the picture. So what's the picture? Is the book, right? So you can see how it would look like. Then finally is the abstract. What's abstract? That's the number that we've been taught. Yung numero na alam natin. Like itong number 4.
Okay.
At least may idea na tayo kung ilan yung number 4.
Correct. Kasi sabagay kasi minsan naalala ko rin nung bata ako, parang alam ko lang number 1, number 2. So that's the abstract
That's the abstract part, yeah.
Okay, so nag-add tayo ng concrete and then ng
pictorial.
ng pictorial. Oo nga naman, parang nakikita ko nga yung mga gamit natin dito, parang naglalaro lang sila, para mga toys din kanilang mga gamit-gamit. So, ganun talaga, sir, kagaling ang mga Singapore sa math.
Well, they've been #1 since 1995. Then recently, there's a study called TEAMS, which is Trends in Mathematics and Science Studies, where they check the competencies of students from countries. They sample, and Singapore's #1 in math and science. That's one study. There's another study called PISA, where Singapore is also #1 in math and science, and this has been going on for the last 20 years.
Okay, so you brought that Singapore math in different institutions here in the Philippines.
Yes, that's
okay,
correct.
so ito po, curious ako, sir. Punta naman tayo dito. What is this?
This is called a
Itong
math
ating,
balance. This is what they have in Singapore schools, actually. If you visit a Singapore public school, all classrooms have this.
Okay, so pakita natin sa ating mga manonood kung paano tinuturo ang math gamit itong mga nasa lamesa natin, sir.
So let's say using the math balance now, you're going to do addition. So let's
So
say
you're going to place it sa number 5.
then number 3. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 8 now. So if I put it at 7, di siya babalanse. Pero pag nilagay ko siya sa 8, magbabalanse daw siya.
Babalanse siya. So this applies sa addition, subtraction,
And multiplication
and
as
even
well.
multiplication. Sige, try nga natin paano kapag multiplication.
So let's say multiplication. So let's say you want to multiply 5 by 3. So 15 yan. You put 3 weights in 15. So how do you get 15? So 8 plus 7 is 15.
Oh, okay.
So nakikita mo na 3 weights sa 5 is equal to 15 total. So I mean, that's one way too. It's up to your creativity how you would do it.
Correct. Siguro yung mga bata, kasi minsan yung mga bata mahirap din, kumbaga as young as how old ba yung mga tinuturuan natin ng math. So kailangan talaga natin
As early as 5 years old?
As young as 5
This is for
years
grade 1
old.
students.
This is for grade 1 students. So sir, aside from Singapore math, meron pa ba kayong iba pang mga subjects na pinopromote?
Well, we also promote Singapore science and English. They're also doing well in science and in English. They're #1 in science as well. But for English, they're in the top 10 for non-native English speakers. They're in the top 10 in English speaking as well. So they're very good.
Para talaga, pati science, talagang matututo tayo.
Balit sila na bansa, wala silang natural resources, tao lang. That's why they spend so much on their education. Because yun lang ang capital nila eh.
Alright,
Talent.
Mr. Crisostomo, meron din tayong additional PowerPoint presentation kung paano natin ituturo ang Singapore math. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, actually, I'll show you lang a traditional word problem. So, a box contains yellow and blue buttons. There are 5 times as many yellow buttons as blue buttons. If there are 2,172 buttons altogether, how many yellow buttons when blue buttons are there.
So, ang hirap ata ng problem natin. Alright, how do you
Grade 4
teach
student
that?
po yan. Sumasagot yan.
Grade 4 students.
Oo.
Alright, so paano yan, sir?
So, next slide, please. So we'll show you how it looks like traditionally. You can see it's algebra, right? You see, you go through the whole process. It's long, it's tedious. So that's how a traditional math solution would be. That's how we were taught. Right?
Okay.
But now, this is how they're taught in Singapore. Next slide.
Oh, iba
So
ang
as you can see, this
itsura.
is called the bar model. This is also a component of Singapore math. So you can see the visual representation of the problem. So as you can see there, the problem is simplified. The solution is more simplified.
Correct. Kasi yung 5 times daw, ang dami ng yellow button sa blue. So ginawa natin siyang per bar. Okay yun, ano?
Yeah.
And the answer, sir, is?
It's there. 1,448 more yellow buttons.
Sabi ko na tama yung computation ko. Alright. Mr. Crisostomo, meron po tayong tanong magagaling outside the studio.
Yes.
Kasama natin si Hans. Mang tanong, what's your question to Mr. Crisostomo?
Yes. Good morning dyan sa studio. Good morning sa lahat ng nanonood ng Good Morning Pilipinas. Ako po ngayon nasa kahabaan ng EDSA, Quezon Avenue, syempre, upang maghanap ng katanungan tungkol sa isyong ating pinag-uusapan. Ngayong umaga ang kasama ko po ay naghihintay lang siya ng aking makita rito at nakakwentuhan po at nalaman kung may katanungan po siya sa inyo. Ano niyong pangalan, sir?
Tony po.
Ayan. Si Kuya Tony ay may katanungan po. Ano po yung katanungan?
Paano po ito may tuturo sa mga estudyante?
Ayan. Paano nga po ba yung maituturo? Pwede po makisagot?
Para sa
How will you teach daw po Singapore math sa mga students?
usually ang importante sa Singapore math is yung materials kompleto. Like, this is to show you, this is our best-selling product. It's called the My Pals Are Here textbook. Now, currently sa Philippines, we have about 400 schools using this already. Now, this is the exact same textbook that's being used in Singapore. So whatever the Singaporean students, who are #1 in the world now, are using, they get to use this as well here in the Philippines. Nothing changed.
Alright.
Same.
Very satisfied or satisfied, Mang tanong?
Ayan, Kuya. Are you satisfied or very satisfied?
Very satisfied.
Satisfied po siya. Maraming salamat mo. May bagong natututunan na yung mga anak mo, Kuya. Ayan, tuloy-tuloy yung usapan dyan, Dayan.
Marami pong salamat, Mr. Ulysses Crisostomo. 400 schools na.
Yeah, we have about 400
Marami na,
schools
no?
nationwide.
Nationwide. At sana mas marami
All
pa
private.
tayo.
Yeah, we're trying to get more people into the Singapore math family.
Very interesting kasi rin yung method of teaching natin ng ating math.